around. Your background is you're in a different part of the house today. That's all. You can tell that I have actually turned around and I have a lot of stuff that needs to be put away, so that's why my background is blurred because I don't think you want to look at all my dirty clothes, do you? Ah, okay. So let me make you host and bring up your writing. Now, what do you think is missing from your web, from your bibliography? You need to put the title. Do you have the title? And it needs to be in quotes. Put your quotes. Your quotes. There you go. What needs to go here and here? Periods. And Wikipedia should be what? Underlined. Okay. Now, where is the pictures? Okay. Keep scrolling down. Now, hold on. Keep going. All the way down. Okay, I like your 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, go back up to the beginning. Now, where do you think you need to put, see, pictures 1, 2, 3, 4? Where do you think you need to put that? So when you talk about my backyard, what do you think you need to put? I would put see picture 14 in, that's kind of as a reference. See picture 14. I would do it something like this. Something like that. Because you need to reference this. And don't worry about putting the quotations. Just put your, and is it 14? Is your picture 14? What number is your yard? Then put 3. I put 14 just because I'm asking you to do your work. Okay? Scroll down. What do you think you need to put about my pictures? I would probably put it right here. Right here. And then you're going to put just like this, and then you're going to see pictures what? Okay, scroll down. Now, what do you think you need to do with this underlined stuff right here? Because that was for your being able to find the topic sentences, wasn't it? This was for you. So erase that. Okay, scroll all the way up a minute. All the way up. Undo this underline here. Okay, scroll down just a little bit. Hold on. Scroll down. Now, here, right? So what should you put for these two paragraphs right here? Keep in mind, 1 second, okay? Now, the same but different. Okay, so you have similarities and you have differences. What do you think you need to do with those two paragraphs? What are those based on? Have you cited your sources for those? Yes or no? So what do you need to do? So how are you going to cite the sources? What are those based on? They're based upon what? Show me what those are based on. Show me what those two paragraphs are based on. Show me. Oh, they're based upon the pictures. So what can you do? So how are you going to cite those? See what? Then write that. Are you going to put it there or are you going to put them in the paragraphs? Then I would not put it in your introduction paragraph. I would put it here. Now, numbers below 10 should be written out. Instead of 1, 2, 3, they should be 1 O-N-E, 2 W-E. You don't do 1, 2, 3 like that. You type out the numbers. O-N-E. Comma, 2. Comma, and 3. Now, where else do you think you need to put that? Right here. Okay, scroll down. So, scroll down a minute. Keep going. We're going to work. First of all, you have Miami and then Kansas. They should be in alphabetical order. Which way should they go? Now, how do you think you're going to cite these sources? I would probably put something like this. Okay? Something like that. Now, where do you think you need to put those? Where do you think you're going to put that? You're going to put it in your conclusion? Okay, so find a paragraph about Kansas. Now, where do you think you need to put all of that? Keep going. Do you think that's the only place you need to put that? There's one more place you probably need to put that. Here. After people. Kansas is a farm state with very few people. I would put that there. If in doubt, you document it. Okay? Now, go down and tell me how you're going to document the Miami source. Tell me how you're going to document the Miami source. I'm sorry? Say that for me again. Instead of Kansas, you're going to write what? Miami what? Okay, now, before you go anywhere, you see where you forgot to put the quotations on the other side of Kansas? You should have a quote here. Okay. So show me where you're going to start. Put the documentation for Miami. Now, scroll up just a little bit. Stop right. Now, you see where you have Miami and Kansas are very different communities. Have you told anybody that I live in Kansas and that you live in Miami? Have you put that anywhere? Or are you just assuming people are going to figure that out? I'm sorry? Show me where you've actually said that I live in Kansas and you live in Miami. Because that's a fact that needs to be put in there. Miami and Kansas are different communities. Okay, fine. But that doesn't tell me who lives in Miami and who lives in Kansas, does it? You're assuming people are going to figure that out. And that's a very important fact to this entire essay, to this entire research paper, is it not? Where do you think you ought to put that fact? Here or way at the beginning? Okay. Hold on. Our houses were recently alike. She used to live in Miami like I do. But what should you put? Here. Now she lives in Kansas. Write that. Why did I underline that? 2 marks means capitalize it. Capitalize it. And then you need a comma here because here is a statement now, which means you're taking a break, a short break. Put a comma. Put a comma right here. When you're putting time statements stamps into sentences like that, now then you put a comma. Soon, comma. Okay, but you still haven't. Have you put your comma here? Okay. Now, there's one last step before you turn it in. What is that? Last step before you turn it in. What is it? You got it all ready. What should you do? Have somebody else edit your paper. Read through it, see what they think of it. Okay? See if they understand what's going on. Because if they don't understand it, is the teacher who gets it going to understand it? No. No. Is there somebody, an adult there, that would be able to read it who has never read your paper? I'm sorry? Okay. So have somebody read it who's not ever in a situation, okay? Because your mom knows she's already read it. After you've had somebody else read it, and then have your mom read it. See what she thinks of it. Okay? Because whenever you do a research paper, always, 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 always have somebody else read your paper before you turn it in. Always. Always. Oh, I can skip it. No, always. How long have you been working on this paper? 3 months. 3 months, my friend, for this paper. So when you go to do when somebody assigned you a research paper, do you wait till the week before to start it? No, because you need lots of time to work through it. And the more you have to work on the writing, the more time you need to allow for it. Because there's times when you get frustrated and need to walk away from it. Wasn't there times when you got frustrated with this paper? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What else is something you need to be aware of? Who's going to keep track of your sources? The teacher? You are. You're going to need to know where to find those sources so you can put them in your paper. Are they always going to have to be online, or can they be in a book form? Can they be in a book form? Yes, they can. The documentation is a bit different. We've always been doing online sources, so because that's what we can get into. Okay? Now, if you wanted to, you could have gotten into that book that I gave you with all those maps in them. It was yellow. You could have gotten into that book and used that as a source if you needed it. Let's say the internet goes down, but you can still type. You can still have access to your word processor. You can even write with paper and pencil. The old-fashioned way, like learned to write. If you made a mistake, you had to start all over and typing all. I had to use a typewriter for my first term papers. Okay? Now, can you tell me what you wrote? Read through and tell me what you wrote. Read me the first 3 or 4 paragraphs. Read me the first essay and tell me what you wrote. Read it out loud and tell me what you wrote. So tell me, what did you write? Explain it to me. Explain it to me. You wrote it, you read it. You should be able to explain it to me because it's your words, your work, not mine. Okay. And what were some key points? Backyards are what? And and what about the communities? Come on. And but the communities being different, what did the communities do? Find it in your reading. The communities do what? Shape the what? Communities shape the yards. Do you think my backyard would fit in Miami? Or would a lot of people be coming through and saying, I'm going to give you lots of money for your land so I can build houses on there instead of you farming? Yeah, they would because people want to live in Miami. People want to live in Miami, so their real estate is extremely expensive. You know, the farm that I live on, if it was in Homestead, would be about $3 million, if not more. It could be as much as $50 million for somebody to buy my property that I live on and put houses in there in Miami. Because each house could go for like $2 million that they would put there. With that being the case, do you think people are going to want to keep farmland, or are they going to sell to make money? Which one do you think? What do you think? Homestead, where I live, was a huge farming community. Do you realize that the farms are getting bought out because people are putting in developments and building houses? Okay. How much money do you think they're getting for those farms? Millions and millions of dollars. If each house is worth $2 million for the developer to build, that money is going to be a big price that they're going to be buying. Okay? And so I'm going to go ahead and let you go. But what is your homework? have somebody read your paper and be able to edit it. Do you always get your paper edited before you turn it in? Always, always, always. Okay, I will plan on seeing you Tuesday. Have a good weekend, my friend. Blessings.